Welcome, Generals. I'm back with another video of Total War Arena. This weekend I took the opportunity to buy a premium unit that was on sale. It's a tier 4 unit. These are auxiliary cavalry. You essentially in this game have melee cavalry and you've got shock cavalry. So the fastest, of course, is the barbarian cavalry. It's a very fast unit. You can move it all over the place, and I have a whole lot of fun playing that kind of cavalry. These guys are slower. They're more armored. They're for fighting. They're tactical. Tactically to get in there and fight it out. But just like any cavalry, if you go face to face with heavy infantry, you're going to get smacked around. The other, of course, the other type of cavalry is shock cavalry, which uses normally lances, and these guys they do really well when they can charge into the side or back of an opponent, but they need to break off combat immediately because they just almost not very good in combat. So here we have the auxiliary cavalry being commanded by Scipio Africanus. You see here he's got Wrath of Mars, which is essentially the charge. He's got War Cry, which is a debuff to the enemy, minus 15% melee defense and minus 20% morale. And I haven't unlocked this yet, as I'm still tier 4. He also has another perk here for each of the groups, and that's called Mounted Kick. You can use it to cause knockdown damage, and that's for when you're in there in the battle. So I bought the cavalry and I played it several times this weekend, and I didn't have a whole lot of luck with it. Still trying to figure out how to play it, and I'm slowly getting my feet on the ground with them, and I had a good game here, so thought we'd take a look. And let's take a look. This map's Salernum. Sorry, I can't say these words very well. Okay, so let me see here. Where am I? There am I. Okay, so. Alright, so essentially I put myself in the center of the battlefield. You can see we have artillery. These are war dogs. There's some more cavalry. Lots of swords. And I'm basically just watching what's going on for right now. They're not fast enough to get behind somebody, for example, right off the bat. So which I'm really looking for. So I'm looking for where's the battle going to be. You can see that we've got some enemy cavalry over there. This guy has gone that way, cavalry. So I said, okay, I'm going to follow him. Now you can see the battle's opening up if you look down at the map, and we're going to have a big fight over here. And you go all the way over here, and what's going on? You can see catapults firing. Okay. They've got, they're coming in here, and these guys are getting the heck out of town. Okay, you can see me coming up here. I'm being very cautious. The question I'm having in my mind is, should I go over here, or should I try to maybe set up to attack these guys in the flank? But I decide in the end. So look at all these catapults. Now, notice you got two guys here that are trying to come from the woods and flank. What I notice over here is that we've got a bunch of cavalry. I'm going to have to make a decision here. I want to go around the flank and the open area, but these guys have taken some significant hits there. So instead, I decide to join in the battle here. This guy is way behind, so I turn around and I say, let's take him. Attack the guy. route and eliminate him. And once again, they're running off, but this, at first I thought about going over there, but you know, it's taking me away from the central battle, so I'm going to go back. Here's your battle. This is where we've got to win the battle. So I decide instead, and look here, we've got enemy cavalry. So I decide instead to go into the woods where they won't be able to see me. I know they're all in a mob. Not the best way to be. Once again, I'm looking at all these guys over here for flank attacks. But I have to be careful with this cavalry because they can come and get me at any time. So I've got reinforcements and all this coming, and I decide to instead try to get into the flank of these guys. See, look at these guys are running. Great target. Do a charge here. And then look at these guys coming in. Cavalry charge. They caught me napping there. But notice how they're just wilting here in combat. So he decides to get away. My guys are doing pretty good in the fight against 3 cavalry units. Bring in more cavalry in and eliminate that unit. So once again, I'm tempted to chase the cavalry, but I think really with this group, the best you can do is to stay focused on the infantry and charging them from the rear. So in I go again. Now run past them, and by doing that, a lot of times when you go past them, and you will flank them for doing it. Now I'm seeing these guys over here. Like I say, I'm trying to help my my army the most I can. This time I put myself into formation. These guys charge. Probably too late though, you got too far away from me. So I'm going to go ahead, charge these guys as well. And I just decided to pile in there. And I say, okay, let's try to get in the flank of these guys. And in I go. Boom, and that was a pretty good charge, I think. I nuked one of the units there, and now I'm just finishing off these infantry here. Notice I used the kick. I'm just piling on these guys, routed, eliminated. Things are starting to pile up here. More dogs. Once again, I tried to charge and it didn't work too good there. Once again, I try to move through them and then come back and fight them to give me a rear strike. And there you go. I get a left flank on them, and I rout them, nuke them, and rout them. And eventually I destroy them. So their main army has been obliterated, and you can see that here. And what's happened is we now have the Allied bases being captured, our Allied base. So In I go. Got to stop that. After having pretty much wiped out their army, I just do not want to lose from base cap. So off I go. And found another dog unit over here. These are barbarian units. And I come in, you can see his direction and charge. Doing good, that's a good job there with a charge. I thought that charge worked pretty good. Use the kick. I'm just really beating up on the guy. Get a right flank on him. That's again, I always try to push through them. This is melee cavalry, so these guys are not really strong infantry. These guys are perfect for me. And notice I eliminate them. So just to hold for a second here. If you look up, you see that I have routed 5 units, eliminated 5 units, executed 1 enemy commander, nuked 3 units, and decap defended our base 1 time. And if you look at the score, I've done okay. I'm right up there at the top, and which is where I'll finish. So we'll go ahead and speed this up now. I try to go back to to join the fight, but I'm here and I'm way too far away from it. So I'll just go ahead and end this. So I'm running back, and there we go. Victory, annihilation. And I come out the top player. That, happens every now and then, not very much, but that game worked out pretty good. I was really happy with it, by the way. I was, for once, able to use that that auxiliary cavalry in an effective manner. And once again, I think the trick is was not getting involved in a lot of cavalry fights. Although you have to support your allied cavalry. I think the thing where it really paid off was supporting your infantry units and trying to get into the flanks and the rear of in close combat to assist your own people. So that was one of my best games with this premium unit, the first premium unit that I have bought, and I enjoy playing the game, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. See ya later.